Morning.
You frightened me.
Apparently.
How did you sleep?
I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I slept like a log.
I know. Okay, English, let's get it over with right away this morning.
You know, you really should go outside. It's such a beautiful day. It's so crisp and clear.
My business is in here.
Wasn't last night wonderful?
It was fine.
Just fine? That's all it was?
It was fantastic. One for the record books. The earth moved for me. Now, English, let's deal with what we have to deal with so we can get on with the day.
Coffee's ready.
Are you?
What?
Ready.
Look.
Stop it.
It's over.
It's not over. It's not at all over, darling. Until we deal with the issue, we're staying right here until you tell me what I want to know.
Phil.
If you did, then you'd do something to change the way I feel.
I am trying.
All right, darling. Let me make it easy on you, okay? Let's start with why did Percy change his mind?
I managed to convince him. That's all that matters.
How? How did you convince him?
What is it with you?
Let's just say I'm curious. Is there anything wrong with that?
Yes, if you're endlessly going over things that have already happened, forget it.
I hope I'm not disturbing anything.
Well, actually, we were...
Really, I'd like to have a talk to you.
Now?
Well, don't put it off on my account. I have to get dressed anyway. I'll see you later.
You bet you will. Well, I'll tell you, it'll be real nice to have friends in high places, especially Commissioner of Police.
You can do a lot better than that.
How?
Join up with me.
Right.
I knew it'd tickle your fancy.
Come on,
yeah.
me a cop.
Come on, why not?
Robert, why? What, you want me to start numerical importance?
Hey,
What?
listen, who knows the other side of the badge better than you do?
Look, I'm hardly a friend of law and order, Robert.
That, near enough. Besides, your experience could be very handy. What do you say?
What, you mean aside from thinking you're insane?
Well, come on, at least think about it.
I tell you what. Let me see how it goes for you, okay? A couple of months. Ask me again.
All right, it's a deal. I'll see you later.
Bye, Commissioner. Star.
Hello, Spencer.
Mr. Trotter? What's new?
I just wanted to keep you and Scorpio posted on the Durbin case. You still interested?
Oh, sure, of course. You have something on Percy?
No, just the opposite. I thought you might have already heard.
Well, you know, the Durbins and I don't keep in touch.
You see Holly, don't you?
What do you mean?
Well, Percy's lawyers marched in here today with a signed statement from Holly Sutton. It absolved him of all involvement in any of the family's affairs.
I don't believe it.
Well, I saw the document myself.
Then it's forged.
No, I'm afraid not. It was my first thought, too, but we checked it out. We've got Holly's signature on file, and our experts all agree it's authentic. She signed that statement.
What?
Well, I figured you'd take it pretty hard.
I can't believe it.
Well, you'll just have to live with it like the rest of us.
Well, isn't there something you can do? Percy's what? He's untouchable?
Well, let me put it this way. Now, we had nothing on him to begin with. Based on allegations from various people involved in the family's shady dealings, we were more than willing to open an investigation.
And now you're not?
Well, with a firm denial from someone who admits to having been in on the scam, what's the point? Percy's lawyers would laugh us right out of the court, if we even got that far.
Wait a minute. You're not telling me you're dropping the case?
Well, unless something comes up, Percy Durbin is off the hook.
I see.
You really hadn't heard?
No. No, I hadn't heard. If you hadn't called, maybe I never would have heard.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. Look, keep me up to date, will you? Anything that happens, let me know.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Holly.
Well, this is certainly a surprise, sir.
You'd better get used to it. I like to keep a close eye on what my people are doing.
I can honestly say you're the first mayor ever to have set foot on the Star.
Well, I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd drop by. I wanted to elaborate on your new job.
Something you haven't told me.
Nothing you won't like. When I heard the Star was for sale, I realized I'd forgotten to tell you one of the chief perks of being commissioner.
Get my own boat?
No, that's reserved for the Coast Guard, but this is something you'll like just as well. The city owns a Victorian house on Cedar Street. It's the official residence of the commissioner. That'll be your new home.
Well, that's very nice. I wasn't relishing the idea of looking for a place out in the cold.
And in addition to that, you'll have your own limited to transport you from the house to your office.
Well, that's very impressive. I certainly hope that it's worth all the trouble you're going to.
I told you the fringe benefits were substantial.
Yeah, well, that's very nice, but of course what I'm looking for is stimulating work.
Well, you're going to get all of that you can handle, I promise you. Now, your main objective will be to clean up the waterfront. With all the development going on down here, it's only a matter of time until organized crime becomes a factor.
It's if it's not one already.
Have you been reading my mail?
Just a lucky guess.
More trained instincts, I'd say. I just got a tip from the State Crime Commission. Apparently, the mob is moving a new syndicate boss into the area. And you know what that means?
It means somebody has big plans for us.
Exactly, and we want our police to be ready for them.
Yeah, well, I happen to have a friend on the Crime Commission. I'll talk to him personally. Maybe I can find out what's going on.
Taking charge already, huh?
No, I'm anxious to get started. The sooner I can figure out what they're going to do, the sooner I can figure out a plan to keep the waterfront out of their slimy little hands.
You know, convincing you to take this job just may turn out to be one of the major accomplishments of my administration.
I just hope I'm worth the faith you're putting into me, sir.
You can count on it, Commissioner.
So it's true, that's it, huh? You just handed Percy his ticket to freedom.
Yes.
Why?
I had no choice.
No choice. Don't give me no choice. You want me to give you a list of choices, darling? You could have waited for me to go with you. You could have talked to me before you agreed to do something as insane as that. You could have told me about it as soon as you came back here instead of covering it up and lying to me. Shall I go on?
No, not if you're going to talk to me like that.
Well, what the hell do you want, baby? You want a congratulations?
Maybe a little compassion or some understanding or maybe some sympathy.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Obviously, though, you said you were going to forgive and forget. You're not going to do either.
How can I forgive and forget something I was never told about?
It's the same old story, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Holly, you are a liar.
You're holding a grudge against me. In your eyes, I can do nothing right. You'll never trust me.
How can I trust you? How? I don't even know what's real with you. On one hand, you tell me one thing, and then you sneak off behind my back, and you exonerate your criminal family.
Behind your back? I tried to call you.
You didn't get through.
Well, it's not my fault if I didn't get through. I had to make a decision immediately.
You blew it!
What right do you have to judge me? It wasn't your father's burial that was at stake.
Oh, please, don't give me that again.
What else could I have done? I couldn't have Father buried in Potter's Field. Never.
Oh, please, come on, baby. That wasn't an either-or situation. You know it wasn't. Don't give me that. You could have talked to Trotter. Trotter could have done something. I don't know what. Maybe he could have moved your mother and your father both their bodies to some suitable resting place. Or you could have come back. You could have told me you and I could have handled it together. But you didn't. You lied to me. Lied to me, Holly. Lied. Well,
what do you want me to say? It's done now. I've made my choice, and I'm not going to apologize for doing something I thought was right. What now? What are you doing?
what does it look like I'm doing?
Running away won't solve anything.
Where did you ever hear that?
Can't we talk about it?
What's to talk about? You've made your decision, now I've made mine.
Why are you acting like this?
I had a real good teacher, darling, in the philosophy of when in doubt, take a hike, Jack. Don't tell anybody nothing.
That's not fair.
Oh, really? Well, now you know how it feels, huh? Now you know how it feels.
Luke, please don't do this. What do you want me to say? I'm sorry? Okay, fine, I'm sorry. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Now, whatever you have to say to me is too little and too late.
You've never really forgiven me, have you?
Never forgiven you more times than I can count.
No, really. All that support, all those pep talks, they were just words. You just went through the motions of trust. But that's as far as it went, wasn't it?
Did you trust me?
Always.
Oh, really? Then why didn't you tell me what you'd done when you came back? Holly, I could forgive you anything but lying again. I'm sorry, baby. You have made me feel worse than I ever want to feel again in my life.
I'm sorry.
Oh, fine. You said that before.
Well, what else can I do?
I don't know. That's up to you. I'm going to the mountains.
Why?
Why? Because I need to get away from you. Because I need to convince myself that I'm not as big a fool as you have treated me.
Can I come with you?
No!
Luke.
Listen. Listen. You did what you had to do alone, right? Now I am taking the same freedom. Ciao, baby.
Have you seen Luke?
No. What's wrong?
We had a fight. He said he was taking us to the mountains.
In January? Must have been some fight. You want to talk about it?
When I was in Victoria, Percy forced me to sign a statement freeing him of all responsibility for the scare. Luke found out about it.
But not from you?
Trotter called him.
Holly, that's not good.
You're telling me.
I'm sure that Luke could understand your signing that paper, whatever your reasons were, but I think he's going to have a lot of trouble accepting you're not telling him.
He did. A lot of trouble.
Well, hindsight is cheap, but Holly, you should have told him. Trust is so important to him. He must have resented finding something like that out from somebody else.
Well, it's over now.
Listen, my friend David Arlen is in town, and we are having dinner tonight. Why don't you join us?
I appreciate the offer, but I'm not up to it.
All right, then I'm going to cancel the date. I don't want you to be alone.
Don't, please. I'll be fine.
You sure?
Really, thank you.
Holly, try not to worry. Luke needs a little breathing room right now, but he loves you very much. He'll be back.
Well, I hope you're right.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go back to the Star. Maybe he's waiting for me back there.
Maybe.
Well, what else can I do? Have you seen Luke?
No, I haven't. You need him?
More than I can tell you.
You two haven't had another difference of opinion.
He hasn't talked to you?
I haven't seen him. What happened?
When I went to Victoria to bury my father, Percy made me sign a statement clearing him of any involvement in the family's operations.
He made you?
He said if I didn't sign it, Father wouldn't be buried in the family plot.
And you told Luke this?
No, that's the worst part. He found out from Trotter.
Terrific.
I have never seen him so angry.
I can believe it. Furthermore, I can't blame him. You should have clued him in.
Well, what difference would it have made if I had told him? He'd still have been furious. And I still would have done something that I felt I should have. I mean, either way, it's a stalemate.
Maybe. But it would have been a whole lot better coming from you rather than Trotter. Don't you think?
Have I blown it, Robert? Did I ruin everything?
No. It's not that bad.
I don't know. Luke's run off to the mountains. He might not want to ever see me again.
Oh, you'll be all right. Just give him a chance to calm down. You'll come back.
I don't know what to do.
Well, how about we kick it off with dinner tonight? I mean, I know it's a lousy substitute, but maybe it'll help you keep your mind off old Lucas.
Not a chance. But thanks for being a friend. If only I knew where he was, I could call him and try to patch things up.
You're going to have to wait for him to get in touch. He will. When he's ready.